For my daily office of praying in the morning, at noon, in the evening and at night, I'm currently using Celtic Daily Prayer. And this morning's psalm is Psalm 137, verses 1 to 4, which I'd like to share with you. By the waters of Babylon we sat down and wept when we remembered Zion. As for our lyres, we hung them up on the willows that grow in that land. For there our captors asked for a song, our tormentors called for mirth. Sing us one of the songs of Zion. How shall we sing the Lord's song in a strange land? Like the people of Israel in Psalm 137, we perhaps are finding ourselves in a strange land at the moment. When we look around, we see familiar things, our homes, our gardens, our streets. We are still doing some normal, everyday things, such as getting up, working, getting dressed, preparing meals, being with our loved ones, watching TV, maybe doing our hobbies. But all of this has shifted a little bit. Things seem and are out of kilter to what we would describe as normal. We are largely confined to our homes, except for those 4 exceptions, and of course to those wonderful people like our NHS and care workers who were applauded last night. We are perhaps finding increasing difficulties. Risk is heightened. And in a way, our lives are anything but normal. Our loved ones may be all under our roof as we negotiate homeschooling and working from home and just being together as a family. There's anxieties and tension. And perhaps we are now living in a strange land, a land that is both familiar and alien to us. The psalm finds the people of Israel lamenting their changed circumstances. They are now captives of Babylon, and they are yearning for their home in Jerusalem. And their captors want them to sing the songs of Jerusalem. And they say, how can we? They are weeping. They hang up their lyres. They are in mourning. Their loss of freedom and their normal lives is acute and real, and their response is an emotional one to that loss. Eventually, they will learn to be able to sing the Lord's song again in a strange land. But for now, they are sitting down and they weep. We have seen and heard of wonderful ways of people coping and dealing with the strange land that we find ourselves in. And I too have tried to find many positives and grasped the challenges. But I've also had times of anxiety and fear. So as we look at different ways of trying to keep well, both physically, emotionally and spiritually, it is also perhaps necessary to acknowledge the loss that we may be feeling. It is okay to weep and grieve at the life that we knew. A life that we will get back. Eventually this too will come to pass. And God's promised blessings will always be upon us. Amen.